Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you all are fine. Students, we are in unit 2, that is fundamentals of operating system, and in today's lesson we will talk about the classification of operating system, that in how many ways we can classify the operating systems and what are the types of operating system. Types of operating system. Operating systems can be classified in two ways. First, classification of operating system with respect to users, that how many users can use an operating system, whether the operating system is a single user operating system or a multi-user operating system. So with respect to users, the operating systems are classified as single user operating system and multi-user operating system. The second way through which we can classify the operating system is the classification of operating system with respect to processing, the way of processing. Batch operating system, time sharing operating system, and real-time processing system. These are the three types of operating systems with respect to processing. So we will discuss these different types of operating system with respect to different classification in this lesson. First of all, classification of operating system with respect to users. An operating system is software that is responsible for the management of various activities of the computer and the sharing of computer resources. We have already discussed the functions of operating system, and we have discussed the operating system and that what it is. It is a system software which is responsible for the management of various activities of the computer system and sharing of computer resources. It hosts the several applications that run on a computer and handles the operations of computer hardware. Operating system can be divided into two main classes with respect to users. Remember, that is single user operating system and multi-user operating system. These are the two types of operating system, or this is the classification of operating system with respect to users, that is single user operating system and multi-user operating system. The first one, single user operating system. A single user operating system is a type of operating system that will only have a single user at any given time. At a time, only a single user can use such an operating system, or it can be accessed by a single user at a time. This is the most common type of operating system used in a home computer as well as on computers in offices and other work environments. Just like the operating system that we are using in our computers and laptops like Microsoft Windows, etc. These are single user operating systems that we use for our individual use. Examples of single user operating system include MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System, and Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows XP. All these are single user operating system. Second, multi-user operating system. A multi-user operating system differs from a single user system in that each user is accessing the same operating system at different machines. There is a single centralized operating system and it provides services to multiple users at the same time. So that is called a multi-user operating system. Just like as shown in this figure, we have a central computer in this diagram on which a multi-user operating system is installed, like here at this CPU in this system unit or computer. A multi-user operating system is installed, and that operating system is providing services and access to multiple users like user 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There are 5 users which are getting services from a single operating system, and single operating system is providing services to these multiple users. So such an operating system is called multi-user operating system. A multi-user operating system is often used in businesses and offices where different users need to access the same resources, but these resources cannot be installed on every system. So if there are some resources which cannot be installed on individual computers and it must be centralized, so in that case we use multi-user operating system so that multiple users can access the same resources at a time or simultaneously. In a multi-user operating system, the operating system must be able to handle the various needs and requests of all the users effectively. Examples of multi-user operating system: Unix, Linux, Windows 2000 and Windows Server family. So these are the examples of multi-user operating system. Now the classification of operating system with respect to processing. Operating system can be classified into three main types with respect to processing, that is batch processing system, time sharing processing system and real-time processing system. The first one, that is batch processing system, or you can say batch operating system. It's a processing system which requires the operating system to work through a series of programs or tasks in a queue. It can execute only a single task at a time. It can perform only a single task at a time, and during the execution of that program, no one can interrupt the system. The operating system is responsible for scheduling the jobs according to priority and the resources they require. It takes full advantage of the processor's capabilities. The drawbacks are that undesired commands may be executed without the user's knowledge. So it actually wastes the processing time and the processing power of the computer, that undesired commands are executed without the user's knowledge. Examples of batch processing systems is the processing of monthly utility bills like electricity, gas or telephone bills. They are processed with the help of batch operating system. Here in this diagram, the batch operating system is explained very well. Like multiple users, there are multiple users who are assigning some jobs to the operator of the batch operating system. The operator's job is to collect the user's jobs into batches. See, jobs are collected into batches or sets of records with similar needs by operator. There is a specialized operator for operating the batch operating system. He collects the jobs from the users and then divides those jobs into similar batches. Jobs of similar nature, they are collected in a batch. Different batches are prepared by the operator, and then individual batches are assigned to the batch operating system computer, and they are executed by that computer in batches. So batches are processed through computer. So this is the way how batch operating system works. Second, we have time sharing operating system. This type of processing system is used where a number of users at different terminals simultaneously use a single computer for different purposes, just like a multi-user operating system where a single system is accessed or is used by multiple users at a time. So in that case, that kind of system is called time sharing operating system with respect to processing. In time sharing processing systems, the processing capabilities of a single powerful computer are shared among multiple users or processes. This involves the CPU allocating individual slice of time to a number of users on the computer system. As the number of users increases, the response time of each terminal declines. Okay, here in this diagram we can see that there is a central processor or a central computer. You can say that it's a server computer, and many users or many terminals, many other computers are accessing resources stored on this server, or are are getting services from this server. So the server's CPU time is divided among the different terminals or among the different users. So every user utilizes its time slice, and then the CPU of the server or the central processor switches to the next terminal, then the next terminal utilizes its time, and then the other terminal utilizes its time, and then it comes back to the first terminal. And this is how the time sharing operating system divides the CPU time among different or multiple users or terminals and performs the tasks. Here the multi-user operating system share processing time among different terminals, like the first time slice is assigned to terminal A, and the second one is assigned to terminal B, and then the third time slice is assigned to terminal C, and then again the time slice is again provided to terminal A, and then B, and then C, and then B and C. So this is how time is given to each terminal and the CPU time is divided among multiple terminals or users. So this is how the real-time operating system, the time sharing operating system works. As the number of users increase, the response time of each terminal declines. Yes, it is very clear from this diagram that if there are 6 terminals instead of 3, so the terminal A, after utilizing its time slice, will have to wait for 5 other terminals to utilize its time, and then its turn will come again. So that's why they are saying that as the number of users increases, the response time of each terminal declines. In this system, the speed of the CPU is so much fast that it gives the user the impression that they are the sole user of the system. So the central processor must be a very powerful, and it must have high processing speed, so that the users can easily get their response or services. Third, we have the real-time processing system, where the users need response on real time. Real-time operating system is a multitasking system that is designed to give immediate response to an event. These types of operating systems are found within environments where computers have to give immediate or online response to their users. Some examples may include airplane control system, like the air navigation systems. Those are the type of real-time systems. Robotics, manufacturing industries, special military applications, and many medical services devices that monitor the health of the patients who may be in critical condition, like monitoring the movement of the cardiac muscles. So that is a type of real-time operating system, and for that purpose the real-time processing systems are used. It is also commonly used in space research programs, which provides the data on real-time basis. Air traffic control, it also uses the real-time data or information, radar systems, missile systems, and to control industrial processes such as oil refining. So these are some of the real-time applications which are performed by the real-time operating systems. So that's it for today. I hope you have understood the lecture. If you have any question, you can ask those questions in the comments. Please take care. Allah Hafiz.